2,000 years ago, a man walked the earth. They called him the Nazarene. To some, he was a prophet. To others, a rebel. But few understood that behind his words, there was a philosophy, a system of awakening hidden in plain sight. This is not about religion. It's about the Nazarene Code. A way of thinking that can transform your mind, your energy, and your life. The first principle, the very core of the Nazarene philosophy, is conscious unity. When Jesus said, "Whatever you do to the least of these, you do to me," he wasn't just offering a moral guideline. He was describing the fundamental nature of reality. He saw no separation not between God and man, heaven and earth, or spirit and matter. Imagine looking at the world and seeing only yourself reflected back in a million different forms. In this state of profound unity, judgment becomes illogical. Why would you judge yourself? Instead, compassion arises naturally. It's not an emotional choice. It's the only logical response when you realize everything is interconnected. Every act of kindness is a gift to yourself. Every harsh word is a wound you inflict upon your own soul. This isn't a belief, it's an awareness. It's the first step toward seeing the world not as a collection of separate objects, but as a single, breathing consciousness. To understand this is to begin the journey of awakening. The second key to this code is understanding the kingdom of God, not as a place, but as a state of consciousness. The kingdom of God is within you. This single statement shatters centuries of misconception. The Nazarene wasn't pointing to a future paradise in the sky. He was pointing inward, to the silent space within your own being. This kingdom is a vibration, a frequency you can tune into. It's the state you enter when the incessant chatter of the ego falls silent, and the deeper truth of your existence can finally emerge. The goal was never to escape this world, to leave behind its struggles and pains. The goal was to awaken within it, to bring the light of that inner kingdom into your daily life, transforming your perception of reality from the inside out. It's about finding heaven not after you die, but right here, right now, in the quiet depths of your own awareness. Think of it like a radio station that's always broadcasting. You just need to learn how to tune the dial of your consciousness to its frequency. When you do, the world doesn't change, but your experience of it is completely reborn. This leads us to the third principle, the dynamic relationship between energy, intention, and faith. When the Nazarene said, "Your faith has made you whole," he was describing a powerful spiritual technology. In his philosophy, faith wasn't blind belief in something unseen. It was the focused, disciplined energy of consciousness, actively shaping reality. Think of it as the science behind manifestation. Every thought you have is a seed planted in the fertile ground of the universe. Every word you speak is a ripple, a wave of energy sent out into the cosmos. What you feel is real. What you impress upon your subconscious mind with deep conviction becomes your reality. This is why cultivating a positive inner state is so crucial. It's not just about feeling good. It's about becoming a conscious creator of your life. Your internal world of thought and feeling is the blueprint. The external world is the construction. The Nazarene taught that with focused intention, you can direct this creative energy to heal your body, change your circumstances, and align your life with a higher purpose. Your consciousness is the most powerful tool you possess. The fourth pillar of this forgotten philosophy is the law of resonance, a concept the Nazarene taught long before modern physics began to explore it. Give, and it will be given to you. This is often interpreted as a moral command to be charitable, but its deeper meaning is a fundamental law of energetic exchange. The universe operates on a principle of reciprocity. The energy you release through your thoughts, your words, and your actions creates a specific frequency. That frequency then attracts back to you experiences, people, and circumstances of a similar vibration. It always returns, and often it returns multiplied. This isn't a system of cosmic reward and punishment. It's simply mechanics. It's physics. If you broadcast the frequency of lack and fear, you will resonate with and attract more lack and fear. If you broadcast a frequency of abundance, gratitude, and generosity, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you. The Nazarene's teaching was a practical guide to mastering your personal energy field. By consciously choosing what you give out, you take control of what you receive. Now we arrive at the fifth and perhaps most revolutionary principle, Love is the highest technology of consciousness. When the Nazarene commanded, "Love your enemies," this was not just a difficult moral instruction. It was a guide to energetic transmutation. To love something that you perceive as separate or hostile to love that which has hurt you is to perform an act of supreme spiritual alchemy. When you hold on to resentment or hatred, you are bound energetically to the person or situation that caused you pain. You are trapped in a low-frequency pattern. But when you choose love, not as a feeling but as a conscious act of will, you change your own vibration. You rise above the frequency of conflict and pain. You are no longer a match for that negative energy, and it loses its power over you. In this context, love is not a passive emotion. It is an active creative force. It's the ultimate evolutionary tool that allows you to dissolve negative patterns, heal past wounds, and rewrite the very fabric of your reality. Love is the force that unifies all things, and by wielding it consciously, you align yourself with the creative power of the universe itself. So, how did the Nazarene cultivate this profound state of awareness? The sixth principle reveals his practice: silence and solitude. We are told he often withdrew to lonely places to pray. This wasn't an escape from the world. It was a deliberate act of calibration. In our noisy, chaotic lives, our minds are constantly bombarded with external stimuli. Our thoughts become scattered, our energy depleted. We forget who we truly are beneath the surface-level personality. Silence is the laboratory of the spirit. In the stillness, the noise of the ego dies down. Your thoughts begin to settle, returning to their original, pure frequency. In solitude, you disconnect from the collective noise and reconnect with your own inner guidance, with the source of your being. It is in this quiet space that you remember your true nature. This practice of intentional withdrawal is not about loneliness. It's about alignment. It is about tuning your instrument, your consciousness, so that you can play the music of your soul clearly and beautifully when you return to the world. It's an essential practice for anyone on the path of mastery. Finally, we reach the seventh and ultimate lesson of the Nazarene Code: the understanding of death as a transition. The story of the resurrection has been viewed for centuries as a supernatural miracle, a singular event that defies the laws of nature. But from a philosophical perspective, it can be seen as the ultimate demonstration of those laws. The Nazarene was revealing a profound truth. Life is eternal and cyclical. What we call death is not an end, but a doorway, a change in form. Matter is constantly changing, but the spirit, the consciousness that animates it, remains. The body may return to the earth, but the awareness continues its journey into higher states of being. The resurrection wasn't about defying nature. It was about revealing its deepest secret, that consciousness is fundamental and indestructible. This understanding removes the ultimate fear that holds humanity captive: the fear of annihilation. When you know that your essence is eternal, you are free to live fully, love deeply, and embrace your human experience without reservation, seeing it as one precious chapter in an infinite story. The Nazarene didn't come to create followers who would worship him from afar. He came to create awakened beings who would find the same divine spark within themselves. His philosophy wasn't about blind obedience. It was about mastery. The mastery of your mind, the mastery of your energy, and the mastery of love. This is the forgotten philosophy of Jesus of Nazareth. Not a religion, but a roadmap to divine consciousness, a guide to discovering the power that lies dormant within you. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the forgotten wisdom of the ages. Remember, the kingdom was never out there. It is within.